welcome to the channel. Once again, we're here doing some squats, and we were doing the arm plates, and you get arm plates. But we all put them over there. But anyway, yeah, so we got nice gym pump. I love this house, man. I love this house. Honestly, dude, this house is awesome. Anyway, we have gotten 4 new vehicles added to the collection. Now, in the last episode, we took delivery of one of my favorite cars in the entire world. My 1300 horsepower Lamborghini STO, completely modified and tuned and spec'd to hold 1300 wheel horsepower. And we also have the 2000 horsepower SRT pickup truck called Little Big Red. One of my honestly, I haven't driven it full set, but we'll have to wait for that. Also, we also got this BMW RR, BMW S1000 RR. Because a lot of you guys loved the motorcycle when we picked that up, so we got another one. So that's how we roll. We have 2 insane high horsepower vehicles, a bunch of lifted trucks, and daily driver stuff. And you guys loved the supercar purchase, so yesterday, when the vlog was over, I went to the dealership, and I think I talked about it in the last episode. Anyway, I went to go and purchase 4 new vehicles. They have arrived today. Literally once we ended the when we picked the 1300 wheel horsepower Lamborghini STO, the truck came when we ended that vlog. The truck, there it is. The truck from the dealership came over with 4 new vehicles. There's a 5th one on the way. We have to wait it out because the car is a rare piece. Only 10 of them have ever been made. And if you guys know what I'm talking about, gotta watch the videos that we recently made, because the vehicle's in there. And if you guys know what I'm talking about, yes, it's that car. It is that one. And we are taking delivery of it in 2 weeks, which I'm super excited for. You guys should be amazed. You guys wanted more supercars in the collection, so we got 5 new supercars here. So they're in the garage. Honestly, let's go through the house. It's a little bit better. You know what? We have a big backyard. Honestly, let's go through the big backyard. That's the garage. No, side door. Side door, that's how we roll. Through the house we go. Massive maze, and over here. And we also picked up the car trailer, but it turns out a car can't fit. Our 1300 wheel horsepower vehicle can't fit in there, so we have other vehicles to try out today. So, and then we have our PJ trailer, actually our Lizard 50-foot gooseneck trailer that we haul all types of vehicles and stuff. So the 4 cars are in these 2 bays right here. I'm so happy that the truck driver actually drove the truck from the opposite way and drove across the rock textures here, which is actually nice. No, I'm kidding. They actually backed up the truck. I don't know how it fit with all the trucks, but the truck came back here, parked it up. They delivered the cars right into these 2 bays, drove off, and like nothing ever happened. So we're going to release the cars. Alright. I don't want you guys to see these cars just yet, but they're crazy. So these cars are total cost me $4 million total, plus the insane, super expensive car. I was about to say it. Super expensive car from the dealership that's there. Again, 10 of those cars have ever been made specifically to spec like that. So it's a rare piece, and it's coming to the house, which I'm super excited for. So anyway, let's go over the cars. They're actually insane. Yeah. So here are the cars. They're spec'd out specifically the way. Honestly, we had these cars on file. We never took delivery of them. But I spec'd out these cars about probably 2 months ago, not even. And the dealership had them, but they were not shipped to the house because they needed the owner to be at the house in order to deliver. It was some weird like thing. So today's the day where they're here and you guys get to see them in person. So the first one that we have is this. It looks black. All these cars look completely like blacked out. They're not. And we're gonna bring them out to the sun, but we have the Revolto, the Audi R8, a Pagani. I bet you guys weren't expecting a Pagani Huayra and BC Roadster to be in the collection, but we have one for all of you Italian car fans. And then we have a British car, which this one out of all of them is probably by far my favorite spec that I've ever done on a car. And it's the McLaren Senna, which is insane. So pretty cool. Let's open up the door here and then hop on in. Super sick. Let it warm up a little bit. It's kind of loud in the car, but you guys get what I mean. This thing is insane. So there is the McLaren in the sun. We're going to take out the crazy $3.1 million Pagani. This is the inside. It's insane. This car is sick. And I'll tell you guys the story about this spec because this one has an interesting story behind it. is very cool. Alright. Pull this thing out. And we're gonna like stage them over here and take a screenshot and then put them with the trucks and stuff. And then the last car is the Audi R8, which not too fond about this car. To be honest, it's not my fave, so we're probably, hate to say this, we're probably going to sell this car. It's a supercar, yes, but it's not the fastest, but the spec on this thing is crazy as well. And we're gonna close the garage doors. Actually, you know what? Keep them open. The rest of them are open. Let's just keep them open. So yeah, so here are the supercars outside. They're super sick. So the first one is the McLaren Senna over here. It has midnight navy blue. So the Audi R8 is midnight blue. This is midnight navy blue. So they may look the same, the Audi R8 and this. They're completely different. Completely different. Black carbon fiber wheels. Carbon fiber everywhere on this car. Butterfly doors that excite me for days. Big aerodynamic rear wing with DRS enabled. Tri-tipped exhaust, big diffuser. Yeah. I don't know if you have ever seen a McLaren Senna with this type of spec. And that's what I like about it, is the spec. And it looks amazing. So that is one of my favorite cars. And then again, this is midnight blue. That one is midnight navy blue. So same thing, carbon fiber everywhere on this thing. Nice big frunk. Could open up the door. This has a gray blue interior. It looks gray, but it's actually gray blue, black. So super cool. Not my favorite car in the collection so far. Not too big on Audi R8s, but there's carbon fiber everywhere, and I'm thinking about trading this thing in with something at the dealership, but super sick. It's nice to have it in the collection for a car like this. That's down here. Okay. And it's nice to have interactive mode. I don't know when this got added, but you could interact with the cars and stuff, which is super sick. Anyway, moving on. Another Lamborghini added to the collection. This is the Revelto. It's this green brown. I know before you say, oh, it looks like poop, it's not. It's forced mulch green. Interesting name, but it looks very sick and very cool. And it has paint matched wheels. I don't know if you could see, but it's the same color as the body, which is super sick. I don't know if you ever seen a Lamborghini with this type of spec on it, but super cool. Green forced mulch. And then the last but not least, the car that nobody was expecting to have, that I was going to have in the collection, is a Pagani Huayra Roadster, BC Roadster. This car is a little bit interesting. It's different from the one at the dealership. Now, I don't know if we've saw this car at the dealership, but this one is an all blacked out carbon car. So it's full carbon, white interior, which honestly, now that I think a bit about it, it's not a too big fan of white interiors, but say that we're driving and we get mulch in the car, it's gonna stain the seats. So we're probably gonna have them redo the interior, probably have the dealership redo the paint interior. But the black is painted carbon. You can't see the carbon, but it's painted carbon. Excuse me. Carbon fiber wheels that are also painted. And look at this rear end. Carbon fiber diffuser. Quad chrome exhaust. Huayra Roadster. This is the BC. I don't know why it's called BC, before Christ, I guess. But you could see it's fully carbon, fully blacked out. And this car is sick, and we're probably going to take this out for a drive. I did pass a cop on the motorcycle. I don't know if you guys saw that, but when we were driving the motorcycle, we passed a cop in town. So there is a cop patrolling the streets, so you just have to be careful about that. Interior wise, fully carbon. Carbon up there, carbon around the seats, carbon on the doors, carbon on the dash, carbon on the steering wheel, almost everywhere. It's a monocoque of carbon. Got our fuel cells and lights up there. And the emergency brake is up there as well. Carbon fiber on the shifter and the center console. I mean, carbon for as far as I could see. And even, amazingly, the glove compartment is also carbon. It's kind of hard to see because it matches with door frame, but that is carbon right there. So, everything is carbon. But I don't like the white interior. It's too white. But anyway, check this thing out. Come on. Oh. There we go. No, what the? There we go. Open up the doors here. And check this out. I don't know if you guys have seen a Pagani with everything open, but I sure haven't. So there is trunk room in a Pagani. A little bit of space. You just have to remove the top portion. There's a few bolts, 4 bolts there. You have to remove that. Then remove the top portion, and you have your trunk, which is kind of interesting, but takes time. Also, it's carbon too. carbon as far as I could see. Like I said, this thing is fully carbon. We have luggage space right here. Also because the trunk is tiny, so you can't really do anything about it. They gave us carbon fiber. Yes, you hear me correctly. Carbon fiber luggage trunks. And gold plated engine. We'll get into that for a little bit, but there's two on either side that are completely made out of carbon fiber. And then we have a kill switch for the engine. I don't know if you guys knew that, but there is a kill switch for the engine, and it's right there. And then we got gold-plated V12 engine by Pagani themselves. And when I say this thing's full carbon, the engine is carbon fiber. I just can't believe like all this carbon that we have and the gold plated, including the exhaust. Not the chrome, but I don't know if you could tell from here, that is all carbon right there. Which is crazy. We could shine a flashlight, but you could see tiny bits of carbon everywhere, including the engine, which is insane. And when I first saw this car, I was like, too much carbon, but I was like, no, we gotta do it. 3.1 mil for this thing. Close the doors. So, super sick. Also, adjustable suspension as well. This thing's so loud. I just smashed my crazy. I don't even know where we're gonna put these. Come on. This engine's so loud. Jesus, that engine's so loud. So we got the hybrid 1001 horsepower Lamborghini. Dude, the collection is insane at the moment. This is I don't know where to put this. Next to the bikes, maybe? It seems. I may have to move the bikes because Okay. Yeah, we're probably gonna sell this. Audi R8. Not a. I don't know what I'm gonna use this thing for, but it's not in my. Just be careful because a lot of. Yeah. And last but not least, the most expensive supercar is the Roadster. We're gonna take this thing for a spin too. We do need to get this thing washed. Open up the see out the back. But yeah, dude, this is getting nuts, dude. That's insane. The car collection is getting bigger, and we have one more vehicle. It's coming 2 weeks from now, so. And we'll do a full vehicle collection 2025. Actually, gloss over that. We're getting actually 2 more vehicles I have in mind before we actually do a full tour of the 2025 collection. But yeah, super sick. Whole bunch of. I can't even believe that this courtyard that we have is big enough to hold all these things, including our world's biggest semi truck. Like, what are the chances of that? But this is what we got. And it looks insane. I have a smile on my face. Also, new updates. We're getting one more bike. Which should be pretty sick. And we're so keep an eye open for that. I think it's gonna be a cool. It is another sports bike. I don't know. I've been really loving the sport bikes. And then we're actually going to be going out of town for a few days. So literally here's the plan. So when we get the insane expensive car, second expensive vehicle in our collection, which is the car that's coming in 2 weeks. We're gonna take this thing for a drive. Before that vehicle comes, we are picking up 2 cars. They're not supercars. They're not hypercars. They're super SUVs, which is insane. So that's what we are doing next week, or this week. So this Monday, Tuesday, I don't remember. I have it planned out in the house. But anyway, we're picking up 2 vehicles. We're picking up a motorcycle, and then the Mercedes is coming in the morning. So the Mercedes is coming in. I literally just said what the vehicle is. Yes, the vehicle that is coming is that Mercedes AMG 1 that's insanely specced out. I've been wanting to get it for the channel, and surprise, surprise, the Mercedes is being added to the channel. So it's the second most expensive vehicle in the collection. This one's number 2. That one's number 1. So we have 2 of the most expensive vehicles that just need to drive to the straight road because I want to take this out for a massive drive. And then we're picking up 2 more SUVs. So the AMG one's coming Monday, which is tomorrow morning. We're picking up 2 SUVs tomorrow. Oh, jeez, I can't drive. Picking up a motorcycle, and then we're actually heading out of town. So very, very cool. And there's also a live stream today. So tonight that we're actually doing. This is not a part of the video. This is real talk. There's going to be a live stream today, and we're going to check out Farming Sim 2025 tonight actually. So there's going to be a live stream of that. We're going to see what kind of, like, if we could add some cool mods, and there may be a video coming out possibly tomorrow night. So have your notifications ready for that. And the super sick motorcycle, because the motorcycle that we're checking out is pretty sick. And it's a Pengassi sports bike. Do you know what Pengassi is from? If you said GTA, you're correct. Yes, we have a GTA bike in real life coming. So that's super sick. full send it, 160 miles per hour, kilometers. See if we can get up to 300. Come on. Dude, look at the compass. $275 is 276. Woo! Dude, look how. Super sick. This thing sounds amazing. I don't know where the fuel tank is, but we're gonna top off the tanks because we did a speed run. Does anybody know where the tank is on a Pagani Huayra? No, I know where it is. Let's look at the Hot Wheels car of it. Actually, doesn't say. Well, we're gonna do high octane fuel. Fill her up. Just like that. So what do you guys think about the car? It's super fast. So max hour 276. It says it could hit 360 kilometers an hour, which is insane. We're at 50 gallons right now. Alright. Super cool. Alright, let's head to house. So I'm excited to do that. Are you guys excited for Farming Sim 2025 to be featured on the channel? I know I am. Actually, you know what? What? It has adjustable. So we could go rallying. Dude, look at this view from up here. Hang on. Bro, that view. that road over there. Dude, it's so quiet up here. Except for the birds. That's awesome. Look at this. 3, 2, 1. Air brakes work, dude. That is... The air brakes work. Interior light. There's another gas station up here. Loves is always better. Look at that view. Look at that. It's like so good. Alright, we're taking this sign for a lifetime. There's that car that we saw. Damn, that sign hit that tree. So that is the Pagani Huayra Roadster. Love this thing a lot. I don't want to drive it too much, but this may be our daily driver car. It's not the fastest vehicle ever made, but it is one of the coolest cars in the collection. So sick. Anyway, guys, again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy your rest of your day and take care.